Hi, my real name is Evan Smoke, but not many people know that, and today I'm going to do a Draw My Life. I'm more commonly known by many international agencies as the Nowhere Man, or Orphan X. I'm an ex-assassin, originally affiliated with America's top-secret orphan program. I've long since quit and went into hiding, but this is my story so far. Let's go. I grew up in an orphanage in East Baltimore. When I was 12, a man named Jack took me in to be part of the orphan program. For years I trained with Jack, learning everything from how to shoot and fight in the face of death, to how to properly offer your business card in China or sink the French R in your throat. He crafted me into the perfect weapon. I saw Jack as my father. He even gave me the name Evan Smoke. Alright, it's not my real name, but it's close enough. When I was 18, Jack told me I was ready, and from then on he went from being my trainer to being my handler. Jack gave me my missions and I worked as Orphan X, a covert hitman for the United States of America with an unlimited amount of money and resources. In the past, I killed an Egyptian operative in Kenya, a drug lord in a Sao Paulo bathhouse, a Syrian rebel in a storage room in Gaza, and countless more. As my list of eliminated targets increased, so did my reputation. I was branded as the Nowhere Man, a killer and a terrorist, wanted by many nations, including my own. I'm known to be one of the best, but there were many others like me. One day, I received a message for a job in Copenhagen. It read, "I am one of you, would like to meet. The Ice Bar, Oslo." And it was signed Orphan Y. I met Orphan Y at the designated time and place and discovered that Orphan Y was in fact an old friend and fellow orphan from East Baltimore, Charles Van Skeever. After a brief amount of small talk, Van Skeever told me the story of how he killed a high-priority target by turning his target's 6-year-old son's skull into a lethal fragmentation weapon. As we said our goodbyes and Charles left the table, he killed another man before slipping out the front door. I had to admit, although I was impressed, I was a bit disgusted. Sometime later, I found myself in Washington, D.C. After an encounter with Charles in a prior mission in Yemen, I had begun to lose faith in my occupation. As I asked Jack for a break on the phone, I received a hit, this time for Charles Van Skeever. I was confused. After I demanded to meet with Jack, he reluctantly agreed to meet me in an abandoned underground parking garage. It had been 26 months since we last met, and I told him that I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't continue killing just because someone told me to. A black SUV suddenly sped into view, 2 guns already firing through the windshields. I dodged the bullets and returned fire. I had gotten the 2 guys inside, but Jack had been hit. He said that I had to go and pulled out a pistol. From behind, we heard the sounds of tires and men. Jack put the gun to his head. Panicking, I turned my back, and as I ran away, I heard the crack of his gun. Jack was dead. I spent the next few weeks holed up in a random cabin I rented. I realized that I had nothing, that I was a wanted man, and I had nobody. No government, no connections, and not even an identity. However, I picked myself back up. I moved to Los Angeles, as far away from Washington, D.C. as I could, without leaving the country. As the years passed, I kept my ear to the ground, building a fortress atop the apartment building of Castle Heights. From there, I decided to use my skills to help those in need, whether they be fathers harassed by gangsters or children abused by corrupt police officers. From my perch atop Castle Heights, I watch over Los Angeles, helping whoever I can. And although I know that there are people still out there looking for me, I'll take whatever comes. The end.